The students who answers really well, performing well, never letting others to answer. It is all about they just want that dopamine kind of stuff. They just want recognition. They just want to get noticed. Moreover, they also have a fear of missing out because it's completely different. For example, someone is good at studies. That doesn't mean they handle their emotions well. As I mentioned, people are working in the high performing sector. People are in the boardroom, decision makers. That doesn't mean they don't have any emotional challenges.
How does isolation change the human behavior? Because
Beautiful question.
yeah.
Beautiful question.
Hello everyone. So this is Jitendra Yadav and this is the Curious Talk, where I just talk to the interesting people. Okay. And every guest here is so special. And today we are having the Revathi Mohan ma'am. She's a basically psychologist, and today she will be going to tell everything why human brains and the humans, like every people, should need this thing. Because currently we are facing lots of like mental issues, but no one even talk about that. So today I really wanted to talk about these things, and thank you so much, ma'am, for coming here. And let me just tell you one more thing. She's the founder of Purple Counselling Care. So if anyone interested, after watching the whole conversation, please go and check out that as well because it is really amazing. I personally check out that, and I just got to see like yeah, there is a lots of people who has in the testimonial. I just got to know there is a lots of people who just repeat about it, and it was really amazing. So hello, ma'am. How are you?
Hello, Jiten. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for coming here. It's really
Thank you
nice to
so
have you
much
here.
for having me. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. So we'll start. Usually, I will start from here only, ma'am. If you have to explain about yourself, like who is Revati in like one paragraph, you have to tell about yourself. Please start from there. So before we
Just
discuss
one
about
sentence
everything,
or in a few words. Revati is generally a 1 second. Revati is a happy go person. No matter what life throws at me, no matter whatever the situation is, no matter who the human being I'm dealing with is, I deal people with utmost love, respect, and dedication. And I'm persistent enough. For example, if something is not working for me, you know what I do? I just try my best to uh, sort the things out or try my best to succeed in that. If not, I try something better than that. And always, I prefer to keep myself happy and prefer to keep myself in a surround with myself with a positive aura. Whatever I do it with utmost love and dedication. Yeah, that's what Revati is all about.
yeah, nice, ma'am. That's what I can guess because of your testimonials. The people have been like tell lots of good thing about you.
Seriously.
So yeah, I personally go through it. Okay, ma'am. So I would like to ask one more thing, ma'am. Why psychology? Because when you just completed your graduation in 2015, I think that time was for engineering phase, right? In the
Hmm.
India mostly, that phase was most of it inclined towards the engineering. Then why did you choose the psychology, ma'am?
See, my brain is not wired in that way. Honestly. You know me well. Before I get into something what is more booming industry. Initially, Jitin, I'm from a place called Tiruchengodu. It is typical town in Tamil Nadu, where girls are more celebrated 10 years ago. 10 years ago, okay, celebrated more for their hospitality and how they behaving well in their in-laws house. Even though we get good marks or good scores in our education, or even though we shine well in sports, we they'll just give an appreciation like, okay, you performed well, so what's the point? How's it going to beneficial for you in your in-laws house? Okay, maybe you can teach your children. I'm like, what? And then moreover, situation was the same in my home as well. And it's all about my convincing power. It's all about how I proved myself in every opportunities that has been given in my home. So that's what made me to get into psychology initially. You know what, my mom's wish is I want to become a great singer. Someone like Lata Mangeshkar ma. and someone like Chitrama, and yeah, because
Okay.
I'm yeah, and my father's wishes. It's like every other parents. They just want me to get settled in a good family and stuff like that. Unfortunately, God has a different plan for me, and I studied initially. They just sent me to an arts college. I know I'm very conscious. I'm not going to choose engineering because during my 12th grade, I mean, we need to choose our electives in our country, right? I specifically chose science because how human behaves and how it's all about the biology, it's all about the behavior that literally fascinated me more than mathematics, to be honest. And I'm much interested in language classes: Tamil, English, history, geography. I really don't even know somehow the maths is not in my agenda, but I worked really hard to get more marks, and I chose the biology. Then, unfortunately, I got into computer science,
Okay.
and because my father told, "See, anyhow, just finish a course soon, and then you're going to get married." I'm like, "No," and then, as like every other children, I just chose the course. Where my friends chose, they are getting to BSc computer science. I just want to know the application point of view, so I
Yeah.
studied bachelor's in computer application. Then my parents told, "Why don't you get into MCA?" I'm like, I got into computer science, and then I'm very much clear about computer science is not my cup of tea.
Huh.
Now I'm going to get into MBA because unless or until you get into something, then only you'll get to know. What we are good at and what we are not good at. And then I got into MBA. Trust me, Jite, it was one of my best days in my life. I just loved every class in my master's in business administration, and I'm one of the best outgoing student in my college. And I'm the one who spent most of my time in my library. And of course, I'm a happy go person. Whatever event that comes in, I'm just going to hit, and then I come up with a very good credentials from the organizers and also from the university. And yeah, and later a couple of years, of course, very conservative family, parents never allow us to go out of the town. I just took care of my father's business. We are into automobile sector for two generations, and now my brother is taking care of that. Previously my grandparents is also into that thing. We are into lathe works. My place is called Borewell Hub of South India. So we supply borewell vehicle all the parts of the world. And yeah, I just we have a company, lathe works company. I just went there and take care of my father's accounts and stuffs, and then we have a finance, and then I take care of the stuffs, and I'm like, no, this is not my cup of tea. And
Okay.
later, yeah, like every other girls, marriage thing happened, but I met a severe accident in that. So I couldn't even, I really don't even know whether I can sustain from that. um, uh, you know what? Um, uh, and it was one of the toughest times in my life. I'm like, I was bedridden for 2 months, and there are days my mom used to feed me. I just can't able to come out from my room, and my relatives used to come and tell me, "Oh my God, you're so pity. Such things should not happen in your life." I'm like, please don't pity me. You know what? I'm kind of person who always be something like coming with always happy energy, treat people with a good intention. But if something, some miserable accident happened in our life, that doesn't mean life is over. And later, I was in medication for a year and in therapy for a couple of years. Meanwhile, I applied psychology and full time. Guess
Okay.
what? The university hesitated to give me admission, and because you know what, Jitin, um, of course there is no point in blaming them, because they always want a qualified student, who make the university proud. They don't want to waste the seat, and it was one of the competitive courses. And you know what, I performed well in the academics. During written exam, I rocked. But when it comes to face interview,
Okay.
Jitin, they can be able to see my pupil dilate. The psychology teachers, they really know very well, whether faculties know very well whether am I smiling genuinely or in a fake. And yeah, my voice used to tremble those days, and my hands used to shiver. And they just literally convinced me to join next year. I told them, please don't waste my life. If you're sending me home back to home, it's going to worse. I'm not going to choose any other course other than this. And then so this is what happened, and then I just asked them only one thing: just give me this chance and you will be proud of your decision. And I hopefully I make the keep my words. And I was the first student who got placed in the batch.
Okay.
And I'm successfully running my private practice for the past 10 years. I deal with clients from all sort of background, whether a person on a kiosk store or even a person in the high performing sector. Any sector you name it, I have client from that. And yeah, and this is my journey so far. It is all about we need to be very much careful about what we are capable of, and we need to be accept the fact that what we really don't. Even then, I try my hard. Passion is something. It's like we should not push ourselves to certain thing and call it as passion just because a certain industry is booming. It's not like that. Even then, if I'm jobless for next 10 days, that's totally fine. The 11th day, I want to be a person who brings the best in everyone. I want to be a specialist in that. So that's what I'm working on all about. And yeah, so far the journey is so beautiful. I got amazing friends, I got amazing clients, and I got to deal with people from all the sectors. As I mentioned, you name it, I have my clients in that sector. And I never say never for anything. I consider rather it's a challenge. I used to deal everything with utmost passion. Of course, if my clients comes, they're like they expect me to keep a serious face. No, it's not Revati, because they are coming to me to get something what they want. Of course, happiness. Of course, they want some clarity. Of course, they want some what is that motivation. Sometimes some people come here to vent out, and some people come here to analyze what they are good at. You know what, Jitin? I never suggest things for my clients. I just ask the question, because if I suggest certain things, it becomes something like imbibing or forcing my values into them, not understanding their cultural or personal preferences. And so I ask the right questions, and they are becoming my right clients, and my journey is beautiful so far.
Okay. After listening this, I'm really being able to little bit realize like, yeah, it was really good. But ma'am, there you just mentioned about your place, like how people were thinking, like they were having the thoughts like if there is a girl, if she's doing in the end she has to marry only, so no need to celebrate anything and that. So
Yeah, they
I
never
think that
celebrate you. Yeah, they never
they
even
never celebrate.
appreciate you, no?
Okay. And the another thing is like there should be like discrimination between the any boy and the girl, definitely. So I would like to know why they think like that. Is this because of it just coming from the long, long, long years and the people just carrying it out, or what is the reason behind? What do you think as a psychologist? What do you think about those parents who are just having the same thought like this only?
Okay, you know what, Jiten, it is all about that's what they know. They never know the pleasure of other things. To be honest, if you haven't tasted kunafa, you never appreciated that, right?
Definitely.
Unless or until they have a notion that previously boys are the one who's considered as a pride of a home, but no, things are not so. We are in a globalized world. Everyone can do anything, anyone can do anything. But at the end of the day, all they want is just to have a good intention, still now, even well educated parents, a couple of weeks before as well, I know a person. They birthed a twin baby girl. There are people in the family are just literally crying. I'm like, what? Why? Um, It's a time to celebrate. But what's the point? You won't believe it's not the guy's side. It is from the girl's side. Girls side, the parents are literally crying for hours and hours. Even some guests are coming to see the children, the infant, the born baby. They're still crying. I'm like, what? Thank God they didn't birth the boys. Then it becomes a, excuse
Problematic
me.
for them.
Yeah. Then it becomes a, what is it, abusive in-laws issues, and then they file a complaint, blah 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 blah. But you know what? This is the parents, the girl side. They're also doing the same, and then they're putting the gay girl in position that, oh my God, she is unlucky. It is all about, you know what, and then they're teaching the same to the girl children as well. And thank God, if it is a twin, if it is one boy and one girl, just think about the discrimination the other child faces. It's
Definitely they will
extremely
face it.
cruel,
Yes.
right?
And I don't think this is the atom one place in India. I don't know about the lots of countries, other countries, but I do know about the India. And I have been to the like 3 to 4 state, and I have been realized like yeah, this thing are still existing in the society, and the people think like that only. If there is a very chances, if there is a J coaching as well, if I'll take the example of IIT coachings, you'd be able to find there is a ratio of the girl and the boy just going to be around like 20 to 80. So definitely it is going to be. So people still think like that only. I don't know,
Still are
but
but it
this
little bit changes are also evolving. Previously, you know what, even in my town as well, they never allow girls to go out, and never have an opportunity to talk to the professionals. Don't want to mention the word stranger as well. But it is all about the intention and the notion, and also the other letters like used to tell why you're sending girls out. The things are not good. It comes under a kind of community thing. They just relate with the future thing. What if she get married to a person from the other community? Come on. So these all discussions are still going on, and the honor killing is still the same. And
yeah, ma'am.
yeah,
There
but
is a
things are
lots of
changing.
examples also.
Things are really changing a lot. And thank God for the education system, and kind of big people are getting educated. Nowadays, it is mandatory for everyone to be independent financially. And yeah, things are changing a lot, Jitin.
Ma'am, what do you think? Like, what are the factors which is really being responsible for that? Like, is this only that, like, yeah, she just going to marry any other person? Like, it's related to the casteism, or what are the factors which are responsible for these things?
Everything the family pride. I'm telling you, know, if the girl gets a good mark, they are like, no, no, no. Anyhow, it's not going to useful for you. And then if they want to, it's something like relate themselves with the pride, family, casteism, relatives, how they're going to see each other. No, things where these are all the what is that, pre imbibed software there in the system. But it's all about, it differs from family to family, communities to communities. Now things are changing a lot. Now things are really changing a lot, for the betterment, but still it haven't even completely changed. It's changing gradually.
It will happen because there is examples are also coming out. If I'll take the example for the recent, so my last case was the Maniska Dupe. She's only 12. She's doing great. And she also mentioned about that. Sir, when I just used to go in any competitions like the tech one, any hackathon, I used to find like, is there any girls here? And I used to be alone one in the. So I think the things are changing. If the people like her just doing something, so definitely there would be lots of people because she's being example for lots of girls.
Indeed. So, for example, Kalpana Chawla, our astronaut,
Yeah,
she was
definitely,
the
ma'am.
only one person in the college, and the family hesitated. Once
Definitely.
she proved herself,
Yeah.
people have started sending girls to the education. It is all about how much efficiently we are utilizing the opportunities that is given, whether it is a boy or girl, nothing like that. It is all about the kind of opportunities we are using, and but still there is still a stereotype. Still there is a strong belief. It's, I'm not supporting any gender in that regard. Uh, boys are considered as a pride of the family, but it is not true. Any children, beside the gender, whether it is a boy, girl, or anything, they are your children, no matter what.
This would
Yeah.
understand. Like gradually they'll be able to understand this one as well. And the people when they are going to start thinking about it. And the main important thing is like when the girls is going to prove it, right? Personally, what I look like the people like you, the people like Kalpana Chawla, the people like any other girl who is just proving them right. Like in the UPSC as well, if you look out, India's one of the toughest exam,
Mm.
and there is a lots of girls who just going to comes in the like top 5 ranks. So these are the things which just keep even the parents are believing like yeah, our girls should be able to do that, and yeah, numbers are increasing, so yeah, people would be able to do that. Okay, we'll start from the psychology, ma'am. Okay, why it is important, ma'am? What do you think? Like, why people should really focus on the psychology thing? Because currently, if you are an Indian, and I have been noticed, people even like don't even know about all those things. If you just go to your family and just say that I am having some depression type of things, so no one going to believe it, and no one going to understand it. What do you
Uh,
think? Like, how it is important and why people should get to learn about it?
okay. Just generally, psychology means, for example, Jiten, you're talking to me. You may have an opinion about me, right? General opinion. We are talking for the past 3 days, right? You have an opinion about me. But
Mhm.
psychology is all about the scientific study of how the brain works, how the human behaves, and why they behave in such way. So that is called psychology. So when it comes to human behavior, through psychology, through that education, through the scientific proven information, research papers, we'll get to know why certain people are behaving in such certain way. For example, as we discussed, is it because only based on the cultural aspect, or is it based on the biological aspect? For example, you're not just think about you're not have not slept for the past 3 days. Now you're overloaded with work. You have not even have had your food properly. You are facing some turbulence in your life for the past 1 week. How is your behavior even with your loved ones?
Yeah, definitely it would be different.
Yeah, it is different. It is not a good behavior. And even though you can't able to love others, even then they show the same love and respect to you, right? Because
Definitely.
our behavior is based on a lot of factors. The one is we focus on a physical thing, our biological thing, right? That depends on our food, eating habit, and whether we have any physical illness. Whether our health is not only about our physical fitness, it's all about our mental fitness, and it's all about when it comes to mental aspect. Secondly, mental aspect. It is all about a clarity in thoughts and how we are perceiving certain things, and how we are acquiring knowledge, why we choose what we really want to choose. You asked a beautiful question, why I chose psychology. I know very
Yeah,
good at what I'm not good at, then I chose what I really good at. Something just I can't able to live without it, no matter what people used to tell. When some other tell it is difficult, I consider it as a passion. I spent extra minutes to understand certain things well, because this is what I love to do. So similarly, first I mentioned about physical aspects, and second is mental aspect, and third is emotional aspect. This is one of the most important thing we need to, beside the borders, beside any countries. I'm getting client from all the global background. Yes, I have students from the New York University, Oxford universities, and also I don't want to mention the professionals because of the confidentiality issues, especially in the high performing sectors. A lot and lot handling emotions and handling tough times, and how the others perceive them when they work in the utmost dedication. If things don't go well, how they are responding, and how they gathering all the gathering all the information and use it as a learning experience, and then how they proceed further. And a small act of appreciation literally changes your day. There is a you know what, Jitin, there is a stereotype. people with the performing in the high performing sector, or even they when they are into elite background. I have a lot of clients in the elite sector. They don't require any emotional support just because they are financially stable, just because they are well educated. No, this is not the case. Emotions are emotions, period. It doesn't have anything to do with their financial aspect or their physical stamina, like that. So, you know what? It is something like an auto rickshaw. Wheel, physical aspect needs to be in a good condition, emotional aspect needs to be in a good condition, and the mental aspect, what we are feeding our brain, what we are having our food, just how it determines our health, physical health. Similarly, what kind of information we are consuming determines our mental well-being, and what kinds of emotions we are also welcoming determines everything. So yes, these are all the important aspect needs to get considered.
Okay, ma'am. So basically, as you just told me, like you are having lots of clients, and there is a like lots of people who are having lots of money. They are doing well and good in the life, but still they are having like need of all those things. Ma'am, I would like to know what are the key factors you have been like noticed well now, from a very high profile client to the like very normal person, like any like shopkeepers. Like, what is the basic pattern? Like, what they are like? What is the reason behind it? Like, why they are facing these things?
There are a lot of other factors. For example, we don't want to what is that segregated with the sectors. I consider everyone as my client, rather
Okay,
considering as an elite client, this thing or that thing. The
okay,
reason is, I just tell you the reason. When someone presented their challenges, I just look at them as a human being. They are facing challenges, and I never typically focus on their achievements or never typically focus on their financial background,
okay,
because I ask certain questions to know about their background, just to know what are all the coping mechanisms they have, what are all the supporting factors they have. So these are all the information I can get from them. For example, we can't expect a person own a tea shop or a kiosk. If I suggest a coping mechanism to understand their coping mechanism, I cannot able to relate that with the people who having a more access, more time, and more ability to spend financially, right? With
okay,
those
madam.
kind of people. So, similar for you to answer your question, instead of asking what are the patterns that is repeating, it is all about their self talk.
Okay,
Self talk in the sense, what do you think about yourself, and what do you think about others, and what is your opinion about the world, opinion about your progress, opinion about your everything, opinion about your physical image, opinion about your mental clarity, and how you're dealing yourself when your things are going in a right way, and how you're dealing yourself when things are not going in not as you expected, and how you're dealing when someone says no, and how you're dealing when someone um, uh, is not facing the good things in their day. And Jitin, how many times we have genuinely asked someone, are they really okay? We used to ask people, how are you? Okay, fine. Okay, okay. Before answering the question, we'll just get into our mobile, we just get carried away by our work, no? Right?
definitely,
But
ma'am.
how many times we genuinely ask someone, are you really okay? Are you really doing good? And people share only when they have a genuine connection with someone. There are people who, whether it is we discussed previously. I mean, before the recording, and we were discussing, it's all about the kind of connection. People used to tell, why my children is listening to you, why not me? It's all about the first building connection, and secondly, how I convey. It's not about what I convey, it's all about how I convey. We need to give some time. Someone's we have read something, right? It's a very popular quote. Someone's chapter 3 is not your chapter 30,
Okay,
right?
madam.
Everyone's time and timeline is different, and everyone shines. Even though if they're not shining, that is okay. What's the problem?
Definitely, ma'am.
Always used to relate success, success, success. You need to be always right, make me proud, that is fine. That literally frames our moral principles to handle ourselves in a better way, to handle others in a better way. Also, it is important to be kind to ourselves. It is okay, some things will not come in our way. It is okay, some days will not be in our favor. It is okay. Just take a break. That is totally fine. And self talk plays an important role. For example, if I appreciate you, Jiten, oh my God, what you're doing, amazing, man. If I just give you a hint that Jiten, are you really uh, okay about what you're doing? Are you really okay about it? If I just give you that kind of hint, don't you think that creates a self doubt in you as well?
Definitely, ma'am. It is going
That
to do.
becomes your self talk. That becomes your self talk, and that literally, don't you think it spoils your day? It spoils your progress.
Definitely, ma'am. It's just going to be like I'm just going to think
Yes.
about it the whole day. I'm just going to take the notebook, going to think what are the thing I'm doing and what is
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah. And if someone's challenging words or challenging emotional, uh, what is that? Someone just gives you some kind of um, doubt, self doubt. If that makes someone spoil their whole day or a week or a month, or even I have clients who just facing the challenges for years. And if similarly someone's appreciation, similarly someone's kind words, similarly someone's um, blind trust in you literally makes you to reach greater heights. I am here because of my boss. I told you, I'm the first student who got placed in an from
Yeah,
my
ma'am.
batch.
Yeah.
I got an amazing boss. You know what? They created a job for me in the university.
Yeah.
And there was no such position called psychologist in their university. I just randomly send my profile to certain colleges and universities. And then it is all about Jitain. We need to get caught in the right eyes. My boss is the first person who told me, "Oh my God, you're doing an amazing job." And my boss is the very first person who told me, "Reti, oh my God, you're really writing very well." It is not only he told me, he told everyone in the college, Revati is doing an amazing job. Whoever used to see me, they used to tell, you know what, your boss appreciated you and genuinely appreciated you. He's not a kind of person who just randomly appreciates everyone. He worked at one of the leading civil construction companies in USA for 40 years. And then he just came to his native to just spend his rest of his life. Fortunately, I just met him. He became my boss. I sent my profile. He just because he was a student affairs
Yeah.
dean, I sent him my profile to him to get placed in some universities, and still now I'm in touch with him. And he's around 85 years plus gentleman. We cannot stereotype. Old people will not understand us. No, he broke the stereotype. He broke the stereotype like men never uplift women. No, it's not like that. Beside the gender, beside the position, beside everything, it's all about appreciating the right things in the people that literally uplift them. Just tell the right thing. They will take care of their. They just launch their rocket. Simple.
By the way, it was really amazing. Like when you just mentioned, like your boss just introduces one more position. So don't you think, ma'am, in each and every colleges or schools, there should be psychology department where the student would be able to discuss with them?
Yes, there are, even in my native as well, they are just welcoming the special educators a lot, rather psychologists, because psychologists are really mandatory. It is not just only to, what people have a notion that you're going to meet a psychologist, what's wrong with you? It's not like that. You know what? I
No.
have clients who used to tell, Eileen, don't you know how to handle my success? Revati, please do something for me.
Basically, people just treat like people. If just imagine, like I'm just going to say my friend or anyone, I'm just going to psychiatric. Definitely, that's going to behave like, I have you become mental or what? Like, why are you going there? So what do you
Yes.
think about it? Like, what do you would
Uh,
like to say on it?
that kind of conversational literally breaking these days. What's the thing before 10 years is not so now, but even then certain people have that kind of belief. It's all about I used to consider me like okay, what kind of comfort I'm going to offer them, what kind of space I'm going to offer them that makes them to feel good. It's not only about that particular individual, and what kind of image I'm creating in the society. For example, I'm working with the high performing sectors, writing books about aviation sector and astronaut and people in the aerospace sector. It is all about people having a notion that okay, it is normalized to access this support. For example, when it comes to, we were discussing in a meeting last week. So we need to, the approach should not be from bottom up, the approach should be from top to bottom. For example, if the principal is accessing the mental health support, none of the teachers, when it comes to school, as I mentioned, none of the teachers going to think it is a negative
Long
thing.
distance. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or there is nothing to laugh at it. There is nothing to, um, what is that, nothing to feel shame about it. And the students is also used to access the support from them. It is sort about coming to get a clarity and to, and it is all about, we need every human being, uh, we need human support, which means if a human being is not okay, only another human being can able to resolve those things. Because when it comes to emotion, nowadays people are relying on AI like ChatGPT, DeepSeek,
Yeah.
sharing their challenges. It's not. It's going to make you get addicted towards those softwares and AI, not making you to become independent. It's not going to. It's not going to make you independent. I'm sure about that. There are a lot of psychological researchers also telling the same. Don't rely yourself to share your emotional. Of course, people used to tell because your charges are high.
Yeah.
Of course, we are dealing with the emotion. At the end of the day, listening others' emotion also going to cost us a lot. But you need to choose the right psychologist. That plays an important role. And because the reason the psychologists charge a lot because we choose only limited clients.
Okay.
Uh, for example, maximum I can deal only 3 clients in a day, not more than that. Maximum
And
three
why so,
clients.
ma'am? Like, why it is?
Because I'm talking to you all the
Yeah.
things emotionally, and then I
Yeah.
need to rejuvenate myself. I need to prepare mentally for my next client.
Ah, definitely. Got it.
Mentally, emotionally, your people coming with all the challenges, and some comes with certain success, and some comes with, I just literally tweak my clients' challenges into a humorous thing. So yeah, because you know what, the person is completely healed when they consider their challenging phase into a humorous phase. I've seen in all the people from all the sectors. See, they have shared the same challenges with their friend. They pity them. They, of course, not everything. Pity
Okay.
them, pity their situation, pity the people around them, pity everything. Literally put them in trouble. You know what I do? Okay, have you ever thought in a different way? I use a different tone. I use different words. I use different um, uh, different questions, and to make them feel their problems are nothing, man. That's what they
Yeah.
want. People don't want pity. People make them to feel their problems are nothing, and they make them realize what they are good at. It should not be like, okay, Revathi ma'am told, I'm going to tell everyone what they are good at. No, it's not going to come that way. The conversation should be organic, and moreover, our intention should be 100% genuine. 100% genuine, because before I'm handling any client, I have two questions in me. Am I fully dedicated enough to bring the best in them? I mean, genuinely want the best in them. Two questions are there, and the most important thing, the client also needs to have the same thought, because there are client Jiten, they just use their diagnosis for granted, and most of the diagnoses are not, because it's a mental state, right? For example, if you have physical illness, all they have is the x-ray report or other reports, blood test, and they have paper on hand. But when it comes to mental health challenges and the emotional phases, it varies from day to day. It may go severely challenging, or it may be lightened when days pass on. It differs, Jitin. Yeah.
To mention one more thing, like today I have been like noticed like in few years, okay, I was also preparing for my exams and all. There's a city Kota in Rajasthan. Maybe you know about it. Not only the Kota, there is a one more city, Hyderabad, where is an institute.
Hyderabad, right? Yeah,
Okay,
Hyderabad
Narayana
famous.
groups, I guess. Okay, so these are the two places where I've been noticed. There is a lots of student who just committing suicide just because of the exams. So in that case, what are the things should parents should do, and what are the thing like student who just going to watch this video, they should just consider in their brain, because it's a really severe issue, I guess, for this country as well, because there is a lots of students who just committing suicide, even the IITs as well. Recently I just go through a news in which a PhD scholar just committed the suicide, and I
IIT,
really
IIT.
wanted to discuss this thing with you.
You know what, Jiten? There are a lot of psychologists are there in the team in the universities. The universities are also providing a lot of psychological support. They have a psychologist team in all the IITs and in ISC, I guess it is. But you know what? In here, our central government, they have a free toll-free number, and then they can access the support. It's available in Google. They can access the 24/7 support from them. Countries are investing millions and billions and billions for mental well-being of the citizens. Even Dubai also invested in millions. Recently, I've been to Air Expo. There was a special stall for mental health zone. Recently, they talked about the workforce management and discussed on the mental health prioritizing in workplace in the aerospace conference, and it is one of the topic they have discussed. And yeah, things are improving a lot. And you know what, it should be there right from the childhood. See,
Yeah,
they got
definitely.
into IIT. People relate subject intelligence with emotional intelligence. That is, that's insane. Because it's completely different. For example, someone is good at studies, that doesn't mean they handle their emotions well. As I mentioned, people are working in the high performing sector, people are in the boardroom, decision makers. That doesn't mean they don't have any emotional challenges. See, we are human being at the end of the day. We work with machines and programmed devices, but we are human being.
Okay,
Of
ma'am,
course,
what do you like to say to those who are
parents, of
not taking
course,
these things
parents.
seriously?
It's not only about the parents. It's all about for the whole community. We need to be there for each other. For example, I recommend for the faculties. I want to say for the parents. I want to say for the children. It is all about the interpersonal skills, right?
Yeah.
IIT, a lot of students are studying. Don't you have find any single friend whom you can trust and share all your challenges? In IIT, you are studying, or even IAC, or even any university in that matter. You know what? University of North Dakota in USA, they have a psychologist accessing. The students are open to, especially it's an aviation sector.
Yeah.
They are normalizing, students can access the mental health support, they can approach the counselors. So they're just breaking the taboo from there itself. If students are accessing the support, they can access the support being a professional as well. So yeah, similarly, parents don't relate, you're there for study, you're
Yeah.
there to study, just do whatever your faculty says, do whatever your friends are says. You know what the challenge with the knowledge pool is? During the schools or during the school days, they have been recognized as one of the best. When it comes to
Yeah.
knowledge pool like IIT or IAC or even any top universities in the world, they are going to get along with all the knowledge pool. Automatically, some of their ego dominates. Who's the best? It is not about who's the best man. It is all about what you're contributing to the society, what you're contributing to the thing you're most interested in. You know what, Jiten? People used to tell we are living in a competitive world. I'm like, no, we are living in a passionate world.
I would
What
like
is
to tell
it?
you
What?
like an incident on this.
Uh-huh.
Basically, what happened is like, okay, I'll not mention about the things and all, but I'll just tell you the
Water.
scenarios. What actually happened
Water.
is
Have some
there was
water.
a class.
Have some water.
Okay, please have your water, ma'am.
Someone is talking to a psychologist. It's been an hour. You haven't even consumed water.
Definitely, I have it, ma'am. Okay, so I just wanted to discuss with you this part. So basically, what happened is like, I'm doing my job as well. In that, there is a batch in which there is a student. Uh, just imagine there is a 20, 25 students batch. In that, there is a kid who just do know better stuff, who just know how to answer anything, and who already get to know what is the answer that's going to be of this particular question, and he just being able to like speak out immediately, and he just answering each and every answers. Like, he just answering everything, and he's just dominating type of the class, he's just dominating the whole class. So in that there was a two type of things. Another tutor was just saying like the kid who is not being able to speak out because her like that kid parents is also just came in that particular class only, and they just said that beta, please let tutor speak. Okay, the another like the kid was silent basically. So that there is the two type of like opinion you are having. I was having the opinion, let me just tell you that I was just saying that students should get to know like what are the basically boundaries of the classes. If you have to answer something, just raise your hand politely, and you're just going to get the chance and answer it. In another type, there is a ma'am, and ma'am just said that that kid should get to know how the competitive world is, and you have to speak out to your own words. Like you have to take your own places. You have to just speak out of there. So I was disagree on that things. Like we should just as a tutor, I personally want to make them sure if you have to answer anything, you have to just raise your hand because this is a part of discipline, I guess. And this is how you'd be able to get the chance, and everyone would be able to get the chance. And this was my own point of view at that time and till now as well. I don't know, maybe it could be my own thoughts, but yeah, I think I was the correct. So I just want from you only about that kid who just keep answering each and every answers, and that student as well who is not being able to speak out because he was not that much open up, type of like extrovert the today's time. So I just want the both scenarios, ma'am, like how that student was having the thoughts when he's just answering everything, and just tell me about that student as well who's not being able to answer any questions. Maybe he do know about that answer, maybe he will do know about the like what is the doubt he's having, but he's not being able to speak out. So what do you like to say on that, ma'am?
So it is all about the first thing is the students who answers really well, performing well, never letting others to answer. It is all about they just want that dopamine kind of stuff. They just
Yeah.
want recognition. They just want to get noticed. Moreover, they also have a fear of missing out. What if
Okay.
I've been missed out? Second thing that the child you mentioned, they have a fear of judgment. And what am I going to get by what am I going to prove by answering everything? I'm just going to responsible only for what I'm going to write in the examination paper. But nowadays, the education system is changing. They're just calculating the students' performance, how they're answering. That kind of soft skills also getting noticed, and also they just keep a grade for that as well. And so only these two kind of thing. You know what? The teacher should not say, uh, just give space for the other person. No, they should not do it in a publicly. This is the place they need to send the psychologist. The thing is, uh, You know what, astronaut, whatever you question ask me, I just used to relate with the astronaut, so the client I've dealt with, astronaut Mike Massimino, the gentleman. He's a US astronaut, NASA. And
Okay.
then, right? I authored a book called Astronaut Space and Solitude, where I
Yeah, I
published.
was just going to talk about that on meet.
Okay, one stories of astronauts in 101 words. You know what, Mr. Massimino mentioned? He just have two things. He just got inspired by the Apollo mission, and second thing, it's not about the Apollo mission. He just got inspired by the space movies,
Okay.
and specifically what he mentioned in that. The second thing, how people are there to uplift each other.
Okay.
It's all about teamwork. It's not about you as an individual. No. Going to NASA. No. Going to an international space station. No. We are interdependent. We human beings are dependent on each other. How we are going to uplift each other. And of course, this is the same thing in the military as well. When they put you in a situation, it's not about how efficiently you are coming out from the challenge. It's not only about that, how efficiently you are helping others to come out from the challenge. It's all about teaching each other, and how you're treating others. Moreover, you need to have a genuine kind of intention for others. That plays an important role. So how they're selecting the team? Is it because only of the knowledge level? No. Deep down personally who they are as a person, that plays an important role. As I mentioned, that should be as a good qualities of a psychologist as well. There should be good qualities of any human being as well. No matter whether you're in the classroom, whether you're in the ground, whether you're in the training at the NASA Space Academy, no matter what, you need to be genuinely think good for others, genuinely uplift others. That is important. So when it comes to these children, as you mentioned right now, we need to talk to children in a differently. I mean, with a different section. So how does it feel? You have a friend who have a similar interest like you, and you're going to coming to the school to make fun, to learn things, and make a place more happier and more enthusiastic, and being passionate. You know what, the word competition is related with jealousy. Competition is related with what to say, self-centric, competition with more egoistic. That is not required. We are living in a passionate world. See, you are into aerospace sector, I'm also into aerospace sector. My genre is completely different from yours.
Definitely. Yeah.
We are only focusing on our mission. You're focusing on the technical aspect, I'm focusing on the emotional aspect.
Definitely.
Similarly, let's give what is best for others. Even though there is a similar psychologist, I used to train, I used to give train for the psychologist. Students used to come for internship to my clinic. People used to tell, Reva, don't teach everything you know. I'm like, why? What if they become your competitor? I'm like, who cares? You know what, Jitain, we never know when our last date in this earth will be. We never know our expiry date. Besides that, what's the point in thinking about what if he becomes my competitor? I'm not going to teach someone something. What's the point in not educating someone? What I know, leaving everything, we are going to leave everything. I know, yeah, it's a bit philosophical, but at the end of the day, we need to uplift each other no matter what. We are in a train journey, we need to definitely get down when our stop comes. No matter what. The TTR will come and throw us out. No matter
Yes,
what.
like
Isn't
currently
it?
in the scenarios in the scene, you will
Yeah.
like notice the people people have stopped talking to each other, I guess. I've
Because
noticed it
they are device.
because of the social media and the phones. It's
Yes.
really, and
Yeah.
even these things we are being able to observe in a family as well,
Mm.
even any friends group as well. If there is any friend group who's just going on any trip, or if you're just going to your own place, you'd be able to see there is a lots of food. People are basically focusing more on the internet, more on the phones, connecting with other people's, scrolling out the reels, rather than they are just going to talk to each other. Even I have been noticed, like in many families members, like everyone is having phone and everyone just spending lots of time. Maybe their watch time, their screen time is going to be 8 hours to 9 hours, but they're not going to talk to each others for 30 minutes at least. I don't know, but yeah, these things are happening nowadays.
Yes, one of the major threat in our society, no matter what, they are just coming to have a meal. There is nothing called family meal. Some way, someone or the other, they just turn on their mobile and read news and then read mails. See, um I have come across your interview with Mr. Neil Lackman.
Yeah.
See, he mentioned one of the biggest regrets in his life is not teaching his mother how to operate the laptop. I still remember
Yeah.
because I come across a lot of people similarly, because we only realize the value of certain things after it's lost, after it's no more. It's all about parents needs to be a role model in this. They need to have a, you know what, these days the words like discipline, following rules sounds rude to certain children, because their parents also conveying in such way because they just want to escape from the relating relaxation with social media. No, relating free time with social media. No, you should not do like that. Relaxation time is relaxation time. You should not do anything. Social media time is social media time. Your office hours is actually office hours. People used to tell there is nothing called, there is no relationship between being productive and being busy. People used to tell they are busy, 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 but when you turn around, what you have done? It is all about maintaining everything.
Definitely. But people are not focusing on that. The most
Yes,
vital.
but education needs to be there. Proper education needs to be there. At the end of the day, it's all about the family values. I've seen children in the ground. Once they got hit, they just manage their emotion on their own. They just go sit, take a deep breath, drink water, and wait till the pain goes. They just do the first aid and then come back and play. There are children who just blame the opponent. There are children who just take this is the time to take for granted and run away from the ground. It is all about individual and our values and what we are teaching our children and what kind of role model we are. And it's all about, Jitin, our interpersonal skills that is least prioritized. How you're dealing other human being. For example, if you want to say no, that doesn't mean you need to be rude. If you want to say certain other things that the other person is not expecting, that doesn't mean you need to be strict with them, or doesn't mean you need to hurt them. No, just pass the information, not the emotion, unless or until it is a positive one. The world need more kind people rather technologies. Honestly,
But currently, people are like being too much focused towards the technology, like Instagram user
technology.
and the
Only 4% are utilizing in a right way. 4% are use. I read a news recently. Only 4% are using a right way, and only for building business or generating money, only 4% are focusing on that. Rest or other focusing on just doom scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. I'm like, there are certain useless videos. People have watched 1.1 million views. I'm like, 1.1 million people are useless, doing useless things within 24 hours. I'm like, what? And it's all about the relaxation is fine. At the end of the day, you need to focus on the people around you. See, me being a good psychologist, it was also essential. I need to spend a quality time with my family, with my mom, my dad, my nieces, and then with my friends. That plays an important role. That doesn't mean, okay, I'm busy in this, I don't want anyone in this world. No. People used to say they are busy and then they, no. correct communication and connection needs to be there in the family. That literally strengthens your bond. I have, of all the astronauts I have mentioned, most of them, 95% of them mentioned they have a strong family support. We all want our children to be great achievers, but are we giving the right support consistently?
It also matters. Matters a lot.
Yeah. Not all the days are same. Some days are more of progress. Some days are of confusion. Some days we go in a freeze state. We really don't even know what to proceed further. It is okay to take a break, or for a week, or for a couple of weeks, even for a month. That is totally fine, because you need energy, right? After that month, you may come up with a double kind of thoughts for your progress, right? Moreover, we need to, for example, Jitin, if I ask you to talk about Shah Rukh Khan, you can
Yeah.
talk up for an hour. About Mr. Neil, you have recently interviewed. You can
Yeah.
talk about him for an hour. For even I
Yeah.
an astronaut, I can talk about any astronaut for an hours and hours and hours. But
Definitely.
if I give you a chance to talk about you, only you, how happily, how enthusiastically, and how quality of information you can give about yourself.
Maybe for few minutes, 10 minutes, I
Yeah,
guess, 20 minutes.
we need to focus on ourselves, right?
It's really amazing question. Like, it was really like, yeah, if I have to explain about myself, yeah, how much time I'm just gonna take?
If I show you a group photo
Okay.
where you are there, maybe your school days group photo, who's the first person you see?
Definitely myself.
Obviously, yourself. Prioritize you, man.
Definitely. I never thought about it. Like, it's really one of the nice concept because, yeah, I never thought about it, man. I think this is the reason. I just added one more question. I would just like to ask you as well. How does isolation change the human behavior? Because,
Beautiful question.
yeah,
Beautiful question. It is all about how you're handling in isolation. See, Jitin, you're in your room isolated.
yeah, yeah.
I'm in my room isolated. Alone. I should say we are alone. What we are doing is a productive work. You consider something as isolation. Isolation is okay. You are when you put in a room all alone. How your brain thinks, what it thinks. You can meditate, or you can read some books here. I mean, or you can you having your phone. You watch some productive content to think about your progress. And are you complaining? Are you thinking about all the negative thoughts? What if this goes wrong? And getting into a panic. Everything is a learned behavior. I don't say everything was completely biological, everything is completely psychological. No, everything is a learned behavior. If you teach someone how to handle it is not about the fear they want to handle. It is all about the situations they want to handle. Uh, yeah, it is all about everything is here.
Yeah.
It's all about their mental perception, how they handle. There are people who used to say it's a cognitive overload, and there are person who used to say it is a challenge one after other. I'm just enjoying the zone. You know what? One of the astronauts mentioned, uh, Mr. Rajachari.
Okay.
He's an
That's right.
Indian American
Yeah,
astronaut.
I know about it.
Yeah, he recently be. I mean, when he was into a spacewalk, people once he returned, definitely people will be exhausted. Once
Yeah.
they return, they just around their colleagues, the other fellow astronauts asked him, "How was it?" He said, "It is better than a business class." See, it is all about their perception, the sense of humor, and taking things in a light-hearted way plays an important role. It is all about the commitment, Jitain. It is all about genuine intentions towards our commitment. That plays an important role. So, especially for the tough sectors, high performing sectors like being an astronaut or being I work with a lot of elite players as well, and also top level decision makers. You know, the reason why they are there is because they are having the never give up attitude, just because they know the result well. uh, in any organization, any successful organization I come across, not only in India, Tamil Nadu, across the globe, I deal with the decision makers. You know, on the whole, when I understood the whole organization, I just got to know the vision of the founders matched with vision of all the employees in the company.
Okay.
They chose the right people.
Yeah, ma'am. Recently, I just watched interview of a SpaceX engineer. Like it was very old interview, and they were having the same thought, just like Elon Musk.
Similarly, there is no if, there is no but, there is no whether, there is nothing
Yeah.
like that. They have a vision, they just work on that period. Nothing more than that. They
And
never
I'll tell
focus
you one more
on
thing
telling the
about the
word
need.
called risk. They never focus on telling a word called, okay, these are all the things, how you're going to overcome that. These are all the things, how you're going to prepare for that.
Yeah,
Period.
having problem solving it. Just like the, I just asked the need. Okay, ma'am. In
Uh-huh.
space.
What's the need?
And
Need planning.
uh, and he was just explaining his own idea, like everything. He's just explaining like how they're just going to do that and all. And I just said that if this thing is going to be happen, it's gonna be a great achievement in this decade, I guess.
No,
Not a
that is a
decade, this
bad
century.
word in the dictionary. That is a horrible word in the dictionary.
Yeah, and then he just said, just don't say if,
Yes.
because I'm definitely going to do that. And such type of like mentality and the mindset the people are having, and it's really amazing. And even when I just started this propagation, I was also having the same thought. Like, I would just create a platform where the student would be able to talk to every scientist, every, and now they are being able to do that. I personally feel happy. Like, uh, so good.
Uh, See, you're glad for your decision. It's making difference. It not only elevates you, it elevates other people as well. Then what?
Yeah, definitely, man. These things works basically.
Yeah.
Uh, Uh, I would like to know one more thing, ma'am. What do you think about depressions? Like, because the people, there are some people who don't even get to know they are in the depressions. There are the people who just get to know about it, but they do not know how to take decisions, how to get over to it as well. So, just tell me about that, ma'am. Like, if there is someone who is facing such issues, how we should just deal everything. This is the really serious
The
problem, I
first
feel.
thing is stop diagnosing you. Okay? There are a lot of my clients who used to come and tell, ma'am, I have depression, I have anxiety attack, I have panic attack. And I'm
Okay.
like, when I ask the certain questions that literally comes under these kind of diagnosis, no. They just self-diagnose themselves and behave in certain way. And secondly, you know what, Jiten, it should be right from the parenting, right from the childhood. They just teaching us how to eat, how to play, and how to ride a cycle, how to swim. Similarly, we need to know how to handle our emotions efficiently. That is also one of the important skills. So approach the people near you. Approach the. You need to have a strong one connection. You can tell anything and everything without any filters. No matter what. There is no person called. They just single handedly become successful. No, they just. There are people they just share their challenges with. It doesn't mean they need to be your significant others. It doesn't mean they need to be your colleague. They doesn't mean they need to be the people of your same age or gender. It doesn't require all these things. I'm sorry. Water, please.
Yeah, please have it, ma'am. It's like no cut conversations in a very simple way. So you can do
Yes,
anything.
I prefer to make things simple. I be more conscious not to use the psychological jargons when I discuss with my clients, because it is not an opportunity to show my credentials to or how brainy I am. No, it is not that way. To make things simple, to make people more accessible. So that's the reason I'm here for. Of course, I design scales. Of course, I
Yeah.
do a lot of things. That doesn't mean I need to show them how great I am. No, I'm there to make others good in my presence. I'm here to make others to fall in love with their decision and to fall in love with their life and to focus on their progress. That's the reason I'm here for. To be honest, when you ask that, what's the purpose in your life? That's the reason I'm here for. That's the purpose in my life. And I deal with people for a greater cause just because I want to be a reason for the great, one of the minute reason for part of the greater cause. And people used to tell me how you have reached here. I'm like, no, it's a beginning. My journey is still going on. I i do with utmost love, utmost passion, and with utmost respect and utmost maybe I have a fear that God give me a second chance in my life after this terrible incident and other things. I never know whether there are days I can able to smile. There are days I told you, no, I can't even hold a pen. My mother used to, even a coffee mug, they just used to give me, fill only half or one fourth of the cup. I can drink and then I ask for the second cup. So I don't want to take my life for granted, and I also don't want to take the people I deal with for granted. I set a strong professional boundary. I set a strong standard to keep on improving my life, no matter what. If we take one thing for granted, that's it, our finish. What's the point? So yeah,
Was really
and
amazing, man. But yeah, everyone should understand this. Like someone just explaining about like yeah, how to get out of all those things. But I just mentioned one more thing. Just stop diagnosing yourself.
yeah,
Stop like asking
stop
like telling
diagnosing.
them.
Approach the people near you.
But
Try
how someone
to
would get
take
to know,
it.
man? Like I'm in the depression. Like how someone get to know about it?
Okay, if you can't able to do your daily activities on your own,
Okay.
you are carried away with one negative thoughts that literally pulls you down, that literally not try makes you smile, not literally make you to connect with the right people, rather you're already people you dealt with, or not you can able to have your food properly, that literally disrupts your sleep, disrupt your eating habits, disrupting your daily activities more than a couple of weeks. Then you need to approach the psychologist immediately. Moreover, it needs to be, you know what, we have something called family meal.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
where we
Definitely.
used to discuss everything, we appreciate everything. You know, lack of appreciation is there in people life. People consider others as a competitors, not having time for understanding others also have emotions. They in the not only in any crowd, all the people I have dealt with, of course I give whatever best for my child, what more than they need. I'm like, your emotion, your positive emotion, your word of appreciation, uh, not even minding their accomplishment is a cruelty. It's an utmost cruelty you can do for one thing. For example, I'm here, to be honest, I used to tell with, it's because of my boss, with other also the other people. You know what my mom used to tell me? I haven't even cried for more than 2 hours after I born. There is no what is that? Sound or even proper breath was not also there. Doctor, people have other decided, okay, Revati is gone. Uh, but the doctor who delivered my mom, she worked, she dedicatedly spent 5 hours, and then only I cried. It seems so. See, if she is irresponsible in her profession, do you think I'm here? No, the word of appreciation, and that it takes a village to rise a person to reach the top, Jiten, no matter what. uh, Additionally, it is their personal values as well. I'm still in touch with the doctor who delivered my me when I was born, yeah. And you know what, sometimes I used to call her and tell, why you did this to me, I'm facing challenging time. And then she was like, Revati, no, I did good for you. One day you will appreciate it. And
And
then,
you're just going back again in another time. Yeah, thank you so much for delivering me. It's
yes,
really
of
amazing.
course. she was like, Revati, you know what you told me? And then after I went to Dubai, met astronauts and got their signature and books getting recognized. And then she's like, now you thank me. I'm like, yes. And yeah, I'm also a psychologist. It doesn't mean I can face everything on my own. I also have kind of on my turbulence, challenging days, and it's all about I know what to do with that. Telling this to the right people, discussing with the right minds, and also it is all about my personal values, not to give up. Give up on the situation or give up on the people, or sometimes it is okay to take a break. That is also totally fine. It is all about our priorities, the people around us, how they make us feel. That plays an important role. And you know what? I performed best in my solitude. There is nothing greater than my solitude. Jiten, just you have to answer me. When you got that propagation idea,
In March 2025, ma'am.
when you're alone or with your friends,
Alone, ma'am.
simple. There is nothing better than solitude. Of course, when you're with people, you get some ideas. When you're alone, you just process. Your brain process. We are not letting our brain to process. People are really underestimating the me time. People are underestimating this isolation. That is not good. What's the point in keep on giving visual auditory simulation all the time? You need time to process. You need to be in order to be productive, in order to be process what is good, what comes in your way, right?
Definitely, ma'am. Ma'am, there is a one more question related to this only. I would
Yeah.
like to know in a very short in about that. What role does mindset play when you're just going to be successful or the failure or any decision you're just going to take? And there will be the two chances. Maybe it's just going to be success, maybe it's just going to be failure. So how it should be like handled? Because there is a lots of people who are not being able to handle their failures. And there is a lots of people who after getting the success, they're like going to be changed completely.
Yeah.
So I would like to know about that, Auntie ma'am.
Jitin, it is a skill in the sense it is not about how you're handling the success and failures, how you're handling your daily activities. Of course, everyone who invested their time, money, effort always have a thought, always have a thought to perform well, focus on the result especially. But when things are not going in your way, you feel disappointed. That is normal. Please normalize all these emotions because people are not normalizing disappointment. People are not normalizing frustrations. People are not normalizing anger, right? If I get, if someone intentionally annoying me, of course I get anger, right? If I'm facing failure after investing all the effort, I feel disappointed. Continuously getting disappointment leads to frustration. Let's normalize all these things. But what am I doing when I'm angry? How am I handling me? How am I handling the other person? Am I blaming the situation or blaming the people? Or whether I'm taking time to process it? Whether am I going to scribble things or whether am I going to went out to my family members or friends or even professionals, that plays an important role, right? um, it is okay, it is okay you feel not okay, but trust me, having a conversation with the right people, having the right food, and having the right sleep, and having a good exercise mandatory. All the four things are mandatory. Talk with the progressive people. That literally changes everything. Trust me. Initially, I started with um, uh, you know what, after completing my psychology degree, I just worked in engineering college for a year. And then I'm like, engineering college, we can't expect students to come for counseling all the time. Moreover, I have a thirst to explore a lot of things. I quit my job. I got an amazing salary, I got a great boss, I get a best work culture, I got all, I'm in a comfort zone, and everyone around me grows except me, I feel so. Initial days it was so it was so beautiful. The later I feel like it's not, I'm not coming out from the student zone, and the challenges are different, and the everyday it's different, but I feel like I want to grow more. I quit my job within a year, and it's not complete 1 year, and then I started my own practice. I started traveling a lot, I read a lot, I did a lot of courses, I go to places where I can meet people from multicultural background. Then I started writing books. Initially, I started writing parenting book, Jiten. I started, I have a idea initial days. You know what? To start a pregnancy care center or the parenting center. I just approached the similar people. You know, one person asked me, Revati, are you married? I said, no. Revati, do you have children? I said, no, how is it even possible? And then she said, you are not eligible to start these kind of centers. I'm like, what? I was
Why?
heartbroken. Yeah, I was shattered. I was crying, crying, crying. Of course, psychologist, even then, I'm a human being. And then, you know what? I recalled what my boss said. Revati, you're a good psychologist. You're good at writing. Then why can't I, if I start a parenting center in my town, it becomes beneficial only for the people in my town. If I author books, it reach millions. Then
Definitely.
I authored my
Yeah.
first book. Then I complimented my first book to a Padma Shri awardees. You know what they said? Revati, this should not be your last book. Then here I am. You know, my seventh book is um, aviation psychology.
I just
I
go
com-
through.
yes, I complimented my book to the astronaut, Mr. Haza. He's such a, I have a huge respect for him. I have a huge admiration for him. To be honest, I have what's that, huge respect, admiration, and I really don't even have a better word to describe him. When I complimented my book, you know, he just saw the book and said, "Why aviation? Why not aerospace?" Then that literally changed my uh, uh, direction. And then I authored a book on aerospace psychology, astronaut space and solitude. This time when I met him at the air show, he was like, he was really glad. I kept him a word. I gave him a word. I want to write your biography. I biographed the 101 stories of astronauts. So see, just one conversation, one word make me to be here. And there is other person who also, it's not about I want to hurt them or not. It's not blaming them, since because of the word I'm here. Because if she didn't told, I would not have think about authoring a book. And it's a combination of everything. It's a combination
Definitely.
of everything what we want to pursue. Of course, things hurt, of course things will not come in our way sometimes. What we want to choose for ourselves, that plays an important role.
Definitely, man. Well, as you just mentioned about that book, okay, there is one book called the basically aviation and astronaut psychology.
Yes.
Okay, and there is a lots of book have been written about the related to the astronauts and all. So I'm just going to ask the related question to that only.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what are the psychological challenges the astronauts facing basically? Are there any with this profession, the aerospace or mainly the astronaut? I would like to ask, what are they facing right now? And I think I may maybe I'm correct only, or because you have been like having the lots of client astronauts as well, right?
No,
So
I don't have astronauts as my client. I have
okay.
decision makers, people into the aviation sectors as my client.
Okay, okay.
And aerospace sector, recently I got a few, and not with the astronauts specifically, but when I gone through the interviews for
Yeah.
to writing my book, I got to know. See, it is okay. They also feel isolated. They also feel exhausted. Sometimes things may not come in their way. You know why they are called high performing environments? Why specifically astronauts and elite players they are considered as a high performance? You know why?
No, ma'am. Please let me
Because
know.
a minor error leads to major disruption, whatever the
Yeah,
work.
definitely.
So that's the reason they are high performers. They can't able to because they used to uh, um, train themselves well. It's a kind of building muscle memory to
Yeah.
perform well of the task. It's not about they're just going on a spacewalk doing it for the first time. No, it's not like that. They just practice here a lot of
Yes,
times.
and yeah.
It's not about the things comes right. No, it's until the things not goes wrong. They practice in such way, and they choose the astronauts and candidates. It's a very sensitively. They need to be a resilient person, and secondly, they need to be well educated. That's the reason. Second, the mental pressure, emotional pressure, how they're handling the situations. So that's the reason they chose the test pilots a lot. And secondly, they chose people that's suitable for the mission. And among all the astronauts I have, the interviews I have watched and authored the books, the one common example, the one common qualities everyone had, they uplift each other no matter what. Astronauts, when they are in the International Space Station as well, they used to have a one-on-one meeting with the psychologist. I discussed with Mr. Haza. I told I have a huge respect and
Yeah.
inspiration. To be honest, if you ask, he's someone like a god to me, because he has the right question.
Okay.
Someone like my boss and the doctor who birthed me, delivered me. So that kind of respect I have, because he asked the right question. So that's the reason I'm here. If he didn't ask the right question, I wouldn't have authored a book. I would not be sitting in an interview next to you.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yes,
Uh,
and
I'm
the common
personally loving
quality.
it, like how you're just mentioning everyone here as well. Like,
Yeah,
all these
gratitude, no?
things are impactful.
That's always needs to be there. And yeah, and your question, the common, of course, they face isolation during the training period. They sometimes they have self doubt. Have you watched the movie A Million Miles Away? It's in
No,
Amazon Prime.
no, ma'am, but definitely I'll watch it, ma'am. Million
Please do
miles.
watch it. Please do watch it. It's a life story of an astronaut who's an immigrant worker became
Okay.
an astronaut.
Okay.
It's all about his never giving attitude. And all right from the childhood, you know, if we are telling our children, if you don't like something, just leave it. No,
Yeah.
parents are teaching in a certain way. They're giving all the toys, but they have used only few toys. No, that kind of it should be right from the parenting. Moreover, it is all about what kind of person the children are. The common qualities I have observed is whatever the task they have chosen, uh, they have finished the task and then they proceed further.
Okay. Ma'am, I just mentioned about your books, about the parentings and all. I would like to ask, what is good parenting?
There is no definition called good parenting. It
Okay.
is all about
Like,
being kind to you, being kind to your children, and don't spoil them with anything. If you have money, don't spoil them
okay.
with money. Don't spoil them with your accomplishment. You know whose son I am, whose daughter I am. No,
Okay.
don't spoil them with that attitude. Third thing, they came from you. They don't belong to you. So it means recently in an air show I always used to tell this example. Recently I met a gentleman, Mr. Vince. He was an Italian Air Force officer. He
Okay.
told me there are professionals who literally force their children to get into their sector. Something
Yeah.
like doctor's children needs to be a doctor, Air Force pilot people children need to be Air Force, into the Air Force. No, we should not force our children. Uh, See, they have their own wings, they have their own dreams, they have their own kind of communities. They have your roles and responsibilities are to provide them a right, nutritious food, to provide them the right and quality of education, to teach. There are a lot of good things in the world. There are a lot of good people in the world. Be a good person.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for this messages and all. Do you know, like, it's really important, I guess. In India, there is a lots of people who doesn't even listen to their children. If they have been decided that guy is just going to be for the JEE or NEET,
All
or
over
that
the
guy
world.
is
I
just going
don't
for
want
the
to
ABC.
diagnose. I don't want to stereotype because I deal with
Okay.
people from the all the countries, right? I have clients from all the other countries.
Yeah.
They relate their professional pride with their children, what they know. No, see, if you need to be with the children, you need to be in their pace and shower more love and don't spoil with love with the gifts and other things. And we need to teach our children, treat everyone equally, no matter what the financial background, no matter what their position in the company is. It doesn't mean they become something or someone other day. No, it's not for that. It is all about who you are as a person. I'm a Be a good person, be a kind person, but don't be nicest. Because when you say nice, you spoil yourself and you lose your boundary. And then you do good for others. No, it's not required. Be a kind person, be a good person, do good for yourself and be kind to you. And don't try to prove yourself in other every way. It is okay sometimes you lost. It is okay sometimes things won't come in your way. How you handle your success, especially how you handle your opponent, whether you're getting pride and not treating others with respect. Is it so? Or whether you're still focusing on improving yourself, and once success is there, a lot of people come and approach you, a lot of people come and praises you. Are you getting carried away by that? Or um, or uh, whether what kind of attitude it gives you. Uh, so since I handle with a lot of elite players and the decision makers, so these are all the major challenges they comes up with. And my responses are completely depends on their personality. And the conversation happens organically. It's all about, Jiten, talking to the right psychologist is all about whether they are asking the right questions to you or not.
Yeah,
uh,
that was the also question I just wanted to ask because I just mentioned, in which cases we just need a psychologist and we should just go for it because that
Everything,
will be very good. But
everything.
how can we decide? Like, how can we decide that? Like, this psychologist is going to be better for me.
Unless or until you experience, you never know.
Okay.
Unless or until, of course, you know, the major things I used to tell. uh, First, the education qualification.
Yeah.
Second thing, it should not be their master's degree is enough. What are all the other things they are focused to work on? Whether the short term courses, the specialized therapy, what they are good at. I'm sorry. Please, I'm getting
So
hiccups. Water, please.
it's completely fine.
Please have water. Come on. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
And
Yeah, we were discussing about like how to choose a good psychologist and how
all
it'd be
the
good to know.
psychologists are good. It's all about who fits you.
Okay.
Education qualification, just a master degree is not alone enough.
Okay.
And among all, uh, choose the person with a great intention. They genuinely want to bring the best in you. Similarly, you also want to see the best version of you. So
Yeah.
efforts are equal, mutual. So yeah, sometimes psychologists fail. It doesn't mean uh, uh, they are not fully qualified enough. It means they may not get the right client.
Okay.
They are not okay for their progress,
Okay.
and sometimes uh, their personalities doesn't match. There are people, uh, of course, psychologists as well. There are few. They just there are people used to think without a proper training. I'm fortunate and blessed to get amazing trainers, amazing um, boss, uh, whatever people I come across with. I used to. It doesn't mean I practice psychology and make people feel better only in my practice. Wherever I go, whatever I do, even in my plane travel or even I just sit in the lounge, I just used to observe people and focus on just observing. That's it. What brings the best in them, and it is all about a passionate person. You need to identify that, and yeah, and your personalities needs to some way or the other, because I come across people, um, because of cultural differences. People have a notion that she's from a different background. How can she able to understand my challenges? No, it is all about the client mindset. I'm going to talk with a psychologist. Period. There is no cultural barrier. There is no age barrier. There are no gender barrier. It should not be like that. And you know what? My first clients are always special when I started my practicing, because they
Okay.
trusted me, and because of that trust, I got a consecutive clients.
Do you
And
remember the name?
sorry,
Do you remember that person? Like, who was the first
yeah,
client name?
yeah, indeed. How can I
Who was
forget?
that? Just tell me who
Uh,
was that, man.
you're curious.
Yeah, I really want to know.
Yes, once I started, first one is the person, the boss who recognized me. Once
Okay.
I worked in an engineering college, there was a student who came for counseling. Now he's
Okay.
in a better position, working at a great company. So
Okay.
yeah, I still have his personal message with me.
Okay.
He sent me. I took a screenshot of that. And secondly, when I started my private practice, I got a client, and yeah, you know, it's beautiful, no?
Okay.
People make us feel we are on the right track. Even then, appreciation for the psychologist as well, personal motivation.
When in all those clients, I would like to know. I'm just being a little bit. I'm just going from
My
like
favorite?
gender wise. I want to know, like, if you're just going to list out the all numbers, so the more clients is going to be from like male or the female. Like, which is
Hmm.
going to be the more? I just want to know the numbers of it.
Mail a lot.
Why, ma'am? Why? Because
It's not about, you see, you know, even though female clients, they come up with their husband or their brother or their father. The first thing is, um, uh, still people, uh, they have an open mind. I personally found in my practice, uh, male are in my practice so far, the thousands of clients I've handled, they are more open minded, and they're ready to approach a psychologist easily.
okay.
Uh,
And what do you think? Why women are not trying to do that?
no, women are equally coming. Maybe only
Okay.
3 to 4% difference are there. Just 3 to 4% differences.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, it just 4 to 3 to 4%. It's not a major difference.
Okay.
Just now the new year came. I just gone through my report on how many male, how many female, which background. I just what is that? I did a research on my practice. I just got to know male a lot, but even
Okay.
then female are coming. A lot of male supported them. Male in the family supported them, and yeah, my kind of I love my clients. I really love my
Mhm.
clients. Yeah, I'm just visualizing a few of my clients. How they, it is all about the love and care, Jiten.
Do you like to, would you like to tell me any incident or any client you just like the most and you're so like having the problematic things and now you have been solved it and he's doing great things and all. Would you
Yeah.
like to tell me any like example of any client?
Yes, all my clients are my most favorite clients because they trusted me. Uh, Very simple term to use. Say that is also my bread and butter, of course. Uh, for me doing what I love the most, and going me on the right track. Um, One of the most important incidents after finishing the session, I don't want to mention it's a
Okay.
girl client, yeah. No, the session got over. She went and then she came back. I'm just she thanked me everything, and everything was it's session went very smooth and really well.
Okay.
And she came back, and then I'm like, oh, I just gazed at my table and looked at my chairs and everywhere, and on my couches, recliners. I just looking everywhere and asked, "Have you left anything?" And then she said, "No." And then, okay, so you want to say something or you want to clarify anything? She said, "No, can I give you a hug?" I'm like, yeah, why not? What's so sweet? And so that's what we want, no? Um,
It's kind of
Clients
nice.
who used to write reviews after years. There are clients who used to write reviews after months. Clients, in the sense, not my clients are not only the typically mentally disordered clients. No, general
Yeah.
people, they face the lifetime challenges. It doesn't matter whether they are people in the corporate decision makers, the kiosk shop owner. No, wherever I go, when people give a genuine smile, that's what I. Of course, I told you, no.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, there are days life gave me a second chance, and I'm doing whatever is best for me, best for the people, best for everything. And there are days people used to come with marital counseling as well. Um, Everyone are united now. Trust
Okay.
me, there is
I,
not even.
I I think that this is the best feedback, and you don't need any like written feedback as well. Like,
Yeah,
being
of course,
very
yes. You
amazing.
know what? One day I just went to temple and then came with my mother, and I was closing the door, about to close her. Sorry, open. I was up, went to the temple and came with my mother. I was about to open the gate. I noticed a couple along with the children. They just going in a two-wheeler, riding a bike. And the girl and the child was so happy and cheerily say bye to me. I say bye to everyone. And then I was thinking, I have seen that person somewhere. Later, I realized she is the person who came for marital counseling. Now she is going happily with her family members.
It's really amazing moments.
Yeah, I was like, thank God. Thank God. I literally visualized the situation, what stage she came to me, and she was so stubborn in applying the divorce. I'm like,
Okay.
okay, no problem, come on. With all the Treva vibe, and I asked the right questions. We gave her therapy, and then I understood her situation really well. And then she said, before leaving my cabin, she said, thank God I met you before I approached advocate.
It's
In
very
case
proud
of,
moment for yourself, I guess.
yeah,
It's
it is
really
a,
amazing.
yeah, and a lot of people are in a company. Uh, in a, there are people who are in great positions, and a few years back, I received a message from one of my students. Literally, I took disciplinary action against him when I was working there in an engineering college.
Yeah.
And he sent me a personal message, said, "Ma'am, thank you. Because since you took a disciplinary action, I don't have a good opinion about you. I have not even maintained an eye contact when you spoke to me. Uh, but now I realize you're a good person." I'm like, no, that's fine. You're a student in that kind of age. You may have that kind of attitude. That's totally fine. But after years, he sent me this message that was truly heartwarming for me, because I haven't went and asked him or pleased him, please understand me. No, it's not like that. Um, See, it takes some time. It is okay, people, to understand you, but that's totally fine. And other things, people are in the decision making. They just want someone to vent out. And secondly, they just want to have a clarity. They just want to have uh, want someone to ask the right questions. So that's the reason they come here for. And there are people who used to ask me how to handle the success, especially. And that's the most beautiful, you know. People used to
Yeah,
think I'm
I'm
just
getting that.
listening only challenges, challenges, challenges. But even then, we used to ask a lot of, I'm learning a lot of good qualities from them. People tell all these good qualities. I'm like, okay, that's amazing, right? Okay, we can think certain things in this perception as well, right? Every day I'm learning, Jiten. Every day I'm learning. Every day, yeah, some way or the other, people are trusting me, and I just want to thank God, maybe, or whatever, universe, nature, my parents, especially my grandparents, whoever, everyone, the doctor who I mentioned, and my boss, everyone, no matter what. Uh, yeah, we are interdependent. It takes a village to make people to reach where they are, and of course, all of it's additionally our personal values, what we want to do, that plays an important role. And meanwhile, you need to trust your process, no matter where your destiny goes. Just trust the process. I
This is
never
the tagline for Purple
my
Counseling Course.
practice. Yeah, trust the
I
process. No
noticed this.
matter what. Yeah. And you know, Jitin, when I started, I just joined psychology course just because I love human science, behavior, everything. Additionally, I want to come out from my trauma. If I'm in my comfort zone, it's very challenging. I left my home, and thank God, there are extremely tough days as well. That's fine. That's totally fine. I haven't thought I authored my eighth book when I authored my first book. No, I never thought about it. Just go with the flow, and never compare yourself with anyone else, no matter what. Clap for others till your time comes, and celebrate others no matter what. We are not going to lose anything by celebrating others, by making someone feel good about themselves. We are not going to lose anything. Either we are going to gain love, or you're going to gain more love. That's it.
I would like to say one more thing about me. Just tell me what it is, and is this a problem or a normal thing? I, yeah, I really wanted to know this
Yes.
from you only. But did you like if directly I would just approach you, just going to tell you that definitely you're not going to reply me, but now you would be able to answer that. Ma'am, you do know me from like 2 to 3 days only.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we are had the meeting, then we just
Yeah.
talked.
Back to
Now we
back
are having this
conversation.
one of the longest conversation ever. Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize, but it's been a long time.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, it's around like 2 hours, I guess.
Yes.
I didn't realize. Okay, ma'am. So I would like to, then, ma'am, like I always have this thing, this thought in my mind. Currently, I'm doing lots of stuff, job, startups, tries, lots of having lots of plans to do. But uh, I always have a thought in my brain and it just comes in my mind regularly. Like one day I'm just going to be successful. Like, do you know, like, I know maybe there will be lots of things like the propagation is going to be failed. Maybe this thing also going to be failed. I don't know anything. But this thing I really have in my mind. It's not like I'm thinking, but I know by myself only. Like one day I'm just going to be successful. I don't know from this which place this thing have been come because yeah, but I would like to know about this, ma'am. Like how I have been like got this idea because I never thought to be like that, but I have this in my back and in my mind. Like yeah, I'm just going to be successful. Is this a like problem or like I should just
No.
think about it more?
Actually, you know, what does success mean in your dictionary?
Um,
With name, fame, money, or what? Or you have any other thing?
okay, with the monetary, what are the like
Yes.
financial things is there? There is a second thing I always wanted to do. That is the whatever the thing I just like or I just love, and whatever the things should be needed, it should be implemented for everything, everyone, who the people like the space science. I used to love the space science. I do the same job. I have my startup related to that only. Even I'm just going to make videos on that as well. And I read the book, so like that type of book only. So I have been like surrounded everything around like related to the space science only.
Hmm.
So these are the things.
So, Jiten, uh, see. um so it's generally I just got to know from the surface level. You know, when I deal with my clients, I just spend only 2 hours to know only about them.
Yeah.
Since you asked, on the surface level, I'm telling you, no, every day you're successful, Jitain. You know, getting up every day to working on your progress, the place where you want to reach. You're successful. Success is not only the destiny. I've said already. It's not about the destiny. Once you attain that money, you know, your mind focus on gaining more. Once you gain more, you you focus on doing something more. Then you consider that as success. If you ask me, am I successful? I don't know. If you ask me, I am happy whether what I did in my life so far, I would say yes. Because successful every day. Because my task, whether I have finished or not, it is okay. It is okay to take excuses because there are people who watch this interview. I used to say, for everyone who are watching this interview, my suggestion is, what is your definition of success? There are days getting up from the bed is also a success for someone. See, there are days uh, just approaching the right person to get an interview, whether they say yes or no is a success. And then third thing, organizing that is a success. And fourth thing, executing is a success. And that is a process that is ongoing. And the final result may be good or better than what you have expected. That is totally fine. And your successes, just relate that with your fulfillments, Jitain. Are you fulfilled in what you're doing?
Yeah, yeah.
What is your success? Come on. And you have a habit of writing journals?
Um, yeah,
You have writing
yeah,
journal?
yeah, ma'am. I just keep
What are the
writing the
good things
things.
that happened to you? What are the people who you have met?
Yeah, ma'am. I
And
write the diaries. I
yeah,
love it.
yeah. So when you took that, are you smiling now about your journey?
Yeah, ma'am. It's kind of like I just keep writing the things. Kind of the plans of mine, but yeah, it's also the
Not,
writing.
journal is not about your plan. Journal is all about what are the things that made you smile, the things that made you happy, the things that give you fulfillment. For example, if I go to a park, if a child just runs and comes and give me a warm hug, that's a success to me. You know,
Okay. I
my
never did
success
that,
is not,
but I'll start that.
please
It's
do that.
really
Please do that. And the year ends, or maybe in a month or so. I'm doing this for the past 5 years,
okay.
and you know what? I must mention. Do you know the filmmaker Mr. A.L. Vijay?
LPJ.
A.L.
Yeah,
Mr. A.L. Vijay.
Enter, Enter
He
one.
just there are movies. I'm just on
Is the
second.
actor or what, ma'am? Is an actor?
Director, film director.
Okay, okay. If you'll just tell me the name of movies because I don't know that much
One
information.
second.
Get it.
1 second. One second. 1 second. Um, See, he directed a lot of movies with
Yeah.
Prabhudeva, Kangana Ranawat,
Okay,
Talai
okay,
he was there.
okay,
Now
okay,
he's directing movie uh, featuring Kangana, Miss
okay,
Kangana Ranawat. You know, it's been around during my challenging time. He mentioned, I watched this one of his interviews where he mentioned uh, there is a question and answer between the audience who watched the film, and then the directors, film actors were there and answer their questions and answer their curiosity. There was a person who mentioned, he said, after watching your movies, I started crying, crying, crying. You made me cry. You made me cry. There was a person told like that. And the actor, Mr. Vikram, he said, okay, we made you cry. So, and then, the director, he himself just came and interrupted in between. And then he told him, our intention is not to make you cry. It is all about bringing your own values and making you realize who you are. It is a family oriented movie. So, crying is a sign of what you value the most. Every emotion, what we are, how we are perceiving plays an important role. That literally changed everything in my life, Jitin. There are a lot of things, a lot of people, and Mr. A. L. Vijay is one of the finest people. Uh, I'm still in touch with him, yeah. And he appreciated me for my astronaut book. I met him for the astronauts. I told him, he said he's happy for me. Everything was there. But yeah, it's all about how we are perceiving things plays an important role. How we are perceiving situations plays an important role. It's all about the right people need to tell in a right way, or someone need to tell in a right way. That doesn't mean if you console someone in a better way, that doesn't mean they need to come and console you the same way. No, it's not going to happen. Sometimes our inner voice plays an important role. Other than anything, it dominates a lot. And this is what much important, Jiten. Yeah, I just share you his movies. Maybe you can find out.
Yeah,
Uh,
please, and I'll definitely go through it.
Yes, yeah. I just Googled, I just got his Tamil movie only list.
Okay,
Uh,
okay.
yeah, list of Tamil movies, yeah. And yes, Jitin, what else?
Uh, Ma'am, it was a really amazing conversation. This is the last part, the rapid fire one. Can you
Hmm.
go for it, ma'am? Yeah.
I know.
So,
Shoot.
yeah, it's a very normal one, I guess, but yeah, you'll love it.
Hmm.
So, the first one is the mind or brain.
You know, mind is the software. What we are giving us. The brain is the physical hardware thing. Okay, it's something like a machine, and we are installing the software in that. So both are much important. One requires what is it? Healthy, nutritious thing. Other requires a healthy, nutritious information to process it efficiently.
Okay.
So yeah.
Second one is the pressure or comfort.
Mm, I give you diplomatic answers, man. When you are in comfort, think about what gives you pleasure. I mean, PLEASURE, pleasure,
Okay.
and whether taking pressure from certain thing, the things that you love to do, gives you pleasure or not. Am I giving tongue twisters? No, right? So, yes, the pleasure in doing what in an extreme pressure is the right thing. Comfort never makes you grow. Comfort never makes anyone grow.
Okay. Okay. Talent or mental training.
Come on, talent only comes through mental training, right? If you're mentally
What about the
trained,
prodigy kid, ma'am?
prodigy gig, I don't believe it's all about their priorities and values.
Okay.
It's all about we are not recognizing certain other children as well. We were discussing one of your students, right?
Yeah.
He's good at certain things. It is okay. Not everyone needs to excel in everything. I'm good at psychology. Do you
Yeah.
consider me as a talented person or not?
Yeah, definitely I'll do.
But what my maths teacher will say.
Yeah, definitely, ma'am.
So the combination of everything, talent and emotional well-being, plays an important role.
Okay. One mental habit everyone should build.
Be mindful. Be mindful in whatever you do. If you're going for a walking, be mindful in doing that. If you're eating your food, be mindful. Enjoy the temperature, enjoy the taste, enjoy the texture of the food, enjoy the color, and appreciate the person who cooked the food. And if you're studying something, be mindful. There are children who used to come and ask me, ma'am, give me certain things to improve my focus. I used to ask, what are the other things you're losing focus on? Only in education. No, it will not be like that, because your mind is not here. Because we are riding a car, riding, we just use scroll the mobile. We are not enjoying the ride. There is a it is okay to enjoy your thing in doing nothing, because that's the way your brain can able to process certain information. Don't give more visual, and don't always stimulate your visual and auditory senses all the time. Learn to appreciate people more, learn to appreciate you well. It's not just something like a surface level. On a deeper level, be a lifelong student.
Okay, got it, ma'am. The learning things should be for the life, lah. Okay,
Yeah,
it's really
yeah.
right. Okay.
There are people who used to say, why am I going to need this? No. What's the point in not learning this? What's the point in not taking effort on this? And respect everyone. There are a lot of good qualities in everyone. There are a lot of good people in the world. There are a lot of good things in the world. There are a lot of amazing things to do in the world. Just
This
step up.
video just going to be best video for psychology, thoughts, family things, people, like behavior, mindset. It's really amazing. Like if someone just going to watch it. Ah. Last question of it, ma'am. The rapid fire one. One mistake people make about the mental health.
One mistake, people not prioritizing everything in a balance. There are people who used to say, okay, I'm eating well, what's the problem? I'm just doing exercise well, what's the problem? And for your special information, I'm not sleeping well, what's the problem? But I'm doing all the other four things well, right?
Yeah.
So have good hydration, have a good sleep, have a good nutritious and healthy food, hit the gym, and focus more on what you're feeding your mind. See, the information you are perceiving about other person also plays an important role. It defines your, it shapes your character. you know when people ask me ask me during my first job interview, what do you want from this job? I told I just want to work in a place where that enhances my competence and character. Both needs to be there. Yes. So yeah.
It was really nice, ma'am. Okay. Basically, I would like to add one more question, ma'am, which I really wanted to ask. I have been wrote that. Uh, yeah. What questions should every human ask themselves to live a mentally strong life? Yeah. This one is, I think, more important.
Okay. What's my self talk?
Yeah.
What's my self talk about myself? What's my self talk about myself in the sense?
I'm asking about like what themselves, ma'am. Uh,
Yes, yes, for
yeah.
themselves.
Yeah.
Our inner voice plays an important role in every of our decision making, Jitain. My inner voice about purple counseling career, inner voice about propagation, and
Yeah.
someone else inner voice about Mr. Neil, like Titan, and
Yeah.
spaceship, Mr. Elon Musk. Their
Yeah.
inner voice literally plays an important role. For example, if someone comes in and insists you to start a civil construction company, will you do that?
Mm,
Someone asked me to come and start a boutique. Will I do that? No.
definitely.
So, what's my inner voice? Whether am I going on the right direction? It is okay. Things
Yeah.
may take time. It may take someone for a few years, someone for a few months. For you, it may take a few long years as well. You may reach the deadline before a week as well. That is totally fine. Take your time. Learn everything. Just don't learn on the surface level and say, I have not succeeded. No. All the accomplished person, those who came with greater inventions, they work for years and years. That doesn't mean I'm telling people things will work only after years and years. No, it's not like that. You need to learn everything in a in-depth level with utmost passion and love. That plays an important role. You're learning something and complaining things, it doesn't mean it's your passion. You're learning certain things out of force or pressure, or just because market demands. That doesn't mean, no. That doesn't mean it's your passion. No, it's not going to like that. When it comes to aviation professionals as well, I recently rented an article to the Aviation Business Middle East magazine. There are two kind of people. One who's born to fly, the other is flying. for money or for financial status or since it's a glamorous
Definitely, ma'am.
industry. Similarly, we need to be no matter what, even if you have fever, headache. Of course, physical health plays an important role. Do something. What you know how to find our passion. We never ask for excuses when there is a challenges. We never hide things up. We never ask for excuses. We give more than what is required, no matter what. So that's the reason I mentioned, when any organization to be successful, the vision of the founder should match us with the vision of every employee in the company. So choose the right person, and or you having the right intention and the clarity. That plays an important role. It is okay.
It's
So that's the reason psychologist plays an important role in the company. Psychologist role is not should not be in a counseling purpose alone. They need to be in the boardroom. They need to be in a decision making process, because without understanding how the mindset of the leaders work, how can we understand the mindset of the employees? How can we train them?
definitely,
And
ma'am.
what are the policies they need to be implemented in the company? Right? It's all about human factors, man.
Like
Yeah.
how they're thinking, what are their
Of
like
course, yes.
intentions
Of
regarding
course,
anything.
yes. Of
Yeah,
course, yes.
it's completely nice. If I'll build any better company in future, I'll definitely include one of the psychologists, and I'll approach you again, ma'am.
Don't say if.
Oh yeah. Okay, I just
But
forget that. Okay.
very soon, please tell. So that's the reason I hear psychologist is here for. Very soon, I'm going to approach a company, start a company, and definitely psychologist. See, during our first conversation, I told you I never noticed the presentation. I notice only the facial expression. I focus more on words, and moreover, I asked you whether is it organized in a right way or planned properly. Is it structured? The reason is because if you are well beginners half done, Jitain. So have
Mhm.
more clarity, and yes, just say if no, whether no, nothing like that. No, yeah, you're going to start a company. You're going to recruit a psychologist. Just go with the flow. It's something like a just a vision. That's it. Nothing more than that.
I have been got to listen this second time in this month only from two great peoples. Okay, I'll definitely try to forget
This
about
is
this
our
word.
self talk, Jitain. Jitain, this is our self talk. Self talk is all about what we're telling. Just write write in a paper and see which one makes you smile a lot, which one gives you more confidence, which statement, whether the statement you have said or I kindly recommended. Just think which statement
A
gives you
second
more
one, ma'am.
confidence. Yeah,
Second one.
yeah.
Definitely. Okay.
So this is the reason. Maybe it's not for major reasons they come for, but just one takeaway from the psychologist, one takeaway, just one clarity, one conversation. That's the reason people are approaching me for. And yeah, so far so good. My journey is really beautiful.
Yeah, definitely, ma'am. After having this much long conversation, I personally loved everything, whatever the thing you have been done till now. And yeah, ma'am, please let me know if someone just going to watch this and if someone just going to contact you or how they would be able to book any counseling if they really want to discuss anything.
Come on, they can approach me on LinkedIn or I have my company
Website.
website.
Okay,
Yes, of
okay.
course. If they Google, they'll get to know me on Instagram or LinkedIn or Facebook. I'm approachable. If I'm not, my manager is there, my team is there, they will definitely revert you. And yeah, personally, Revathi Mohan, psychologist, aerospace psychology, no problem. I'm always there. They can mail me. I'm an easily approachable person, no? What do you say, Jiten? Is it difficult for
Uh,
you?
yeah, a little bit. Little bit
Difficult for you
definitely.
to approach me?
Ma'am, it was a recommendation table. Like there was a mutual friend who just liked your post. Then I just
Ah,
opposed you. It was a little bit longer one, but yeah, you are such a nice person.
okay.
You, When you just give me the 10 minutes, just I want to talk to you for a few minutes, then I'll decide like we'll be going to do that or not. It was like, yeah, okay. I was more nervous for that. I was just preparing like, yeah, what are the things I have to just tell.
Come on, if you're feeling nervous, I feel pity on me. No. Okay, am I not giving enough comfortable space for him now during the
No,
conversation?
in the text form, I won't be able to differentiate, right? But yeah, now I'm so comfortable. Like, yeah, that's why I'm being able to tell you like whatever the things coming in back in my mind as well.
Acha.
I'm being able
Okay.
to tell you. So, yeah, it was really
Okay.
nice. Okay, ma'am.
Talking to you.
Yeah, it was really amazing, ma'am. Just say bye to these people as well, the people who are just going to watch.
Okay, who are watching the interview or watching this podcast, I am wishing you the best always. Do what you love the most and trust the process. Magic happens. Bye.